Here we have 80%. Can you say something?
Test. 1, 2. Test.
Okay, yeah.
Test. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Are you here?
Yep. All right.
All good?
We're good to go?
Yes,
Thank
yeah.
you. Okay, perfect.
Oh, I think. Oh,
is that
it says red. Yes, so that means
okay,
it's
it's
good.
recording.
This is right, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
I'm TT.
I'm Gigi. That
We
was a
are
long
back
one.
we are back with the LA edition of the Nightly News, reporting to you live from the station in downtown Los Angeles.
The sketchy part too.
The sketchy part, yeah. Oh yeah, we're with the people.
We're amongst the people.
That is definitely. I told you my Uber was like, "Ma'am, you cannot get out until we know where
I
you're going."
appreciate that.
I did too, and he was that black man. You know, I feel like
Oh,
typically
okay.
only black men do that.
Yeah, they do.
But no, he was like. He got out the car with me. He was like, "Where are you going?" But you know, we here for y'all, making it work.
Yeah, the unhoused get a little unruly sometimes.
See, homeless. We got to keep calling it what it is. Because there's a big issue. Oh my gosh, yes, because what happened in New York, speaking of, what Jordan Neely?
Yes, that was his name.
Yeah. I mean, this is obviously now like 2 weeks, but you know, it's just sad. I feel like, especially being on the train in New York, like, you know, you're gonna encounter crazy people and like,
Yes.
And I when I say that, I'm not being dismissive. You like the train in New York is just a very, in and of itself, it's a very crazy experience. I myself, you know, I know you have too. Like, I've had so many, situations, so many train stories, and you don't pay it. And unless you are, I had a man with a knife. Like, no lie, like sitting across from me with a butcher's knife. Like, that's a little different.
Yeah.
But somebody like kind of coming on and swearing, that is every day that you get on the train. Like,
it's every day.
all the time. And it again, and just like everything, how we were talking about with like AI on the last week's episode, it also just speaks to greater issues. It's not even just that you are, you know, quote unquote crazy and ranting on the train. You are homeless. There's probably no resources for you to even get help, to even help with whatever. I forgot what they said. I don't know, you know, whatever his like mental issues were like diagnosed with, but there's no help for you.
Yeah. I believe his mother was killed or murdered when he was young, like 14 or something. It's like a very sad story.
Yeah, just all around. Yeah.
You know, he used to be an entertainer on the train, and then I guess, like, you know, or entertainer outside in the subway. He was like the Michael Jackson impersonator or whatever, and, you know, I'm assuming that was how he, you know, made a living. And then his mental, unfortunately, started to take a hold of him, and he was, you know, on the train angry because he was hungry. And I just want to know, I really do. Because if New York City didn't teach me nothing else, it taught me how to mind my motherfucking business.
Yeah, exactly.
But I just want to know how everybody on that train sat there and did nothing.
Yeah. Because
that's fucking crazy to me.
Because I think the answer is in with the question. Because everybody was minding their business, unfortunately. For me, why are you, as a white man, you know, Marine?
I couldn't have just sat there and watched him kill that man.
But then you see the other guy that is kind of intervening, but he's pinning his hand. To me, at least, it looks like the other man that did jump in is almost like assisting.
Yeah, it was just
whatever
like
the white man's name is. Like, it's almost like he's helping him subdue him.
Yeah.
Where it was like, yeah, he was probably erratic. And I'm not going to sit up here in front like it doesn't get a little scary, right?
It does.
It definitely does get a little scary. But I think unfortunately, the frequency in which it happens, you're kind of like, all right, I think my stop about to come off. Let me just, it's either I got to not look at you or look at you. You know, you never know. Like, sometimes it's like, oh, you can't sense fear, but I'm scared of shit. You know, we've all, if you've experienced a New York train ride, like I said, you have experienced this. But for 15 minutes.
For 15 minutes, bro, that's like,
insane.
It's insane. And I know y'all sat there and saw that white man just wanting to kill a nigga. Because that was what it looked like to me.
Exactly.
And
it's very sad. It is. Because they have been like picketing. I think they were picketing outside of Barclays to bring charges. I still don't know this white. I'm like the white man.
And I'm like, the what is it? The coroner's office. They confirmed that it was a homicide.
Exactly.
So DA, that is your job.
Yeah.
You are supposed to bring charges because the coroner's office deemed it a homicide.
Right,
bro.
exactly.
So what the fuck are y'all doing? Taking them taxpayer dollars and wasting it on Donnie?
Listen, you know that
Like,
New York is about to be right back to a police state, so who knows, child?
It is.
Like, I don't, it's always so much going on. Like, I feel like, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine who was like, they took a social media break and how I just really helped them. And I just love Instagram too much to ever do that. Because I also just have all stupid shit on mine. And I'm like, what are ways that you like think that you can protect your peace from this, like all of this craziness?
I protect my peace. I mean, I say it all the time, but through like constant meditation. I started practicing hot yoga, hot power fusion yoga, and that shit is hard. Shout out to Bikram, because he brought the practice to the United States of America, specifically LA. So shout out to him, even though he was doing all those unhinged things to those ladies.
Like
there was a lot going on. He was raping and fucking doing all this fucked up shit to people.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah. So that aside, why can't nobody just do good shit and be good? I don't know. But anyway, like the practice that he brought to LA and to the world or to the US, whatever, it's impeccable. It really, when I first started doing it, I used to die. Like, I don't even know how else to say it. Like, I used to die, but it really trains you to focus your mind. Like, this is temporary. This heat, this uncomfort is temporary. And so I consider it to be like mind training.
It is, yeah.
But, and then the benefits is that, you lose weight,
right.
You sculpt your body, all of the vanity shit. But I found it to be more impactful for the things that I needed.
Okay.
So yeah, prayer, meditation, daily, hot yoga. I would love to do it every day, but my schedule doesn't really permit that. So, yeah,
I love that. We obviously had that one
you?
Episode about meditation, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start. I may
Did you
have
do
done
one?
it twice.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's probably been 2 months since we recorded that
That's
episode.
okay.
I've done 2. I'm still trying to work my way up to doing it. And even hearing you kind of just say that, and I was like, damn, do I be protecting my peace? Like,
I mean, you may find other ways. I don't know. Like, maybe it's your train ride or your
hell no. Did we just not just have a conversation? Hell no. Let me tell you something. The last time
that was a bad.
Girl, no.
I didn't mean that. Sorry.
And hold on. The last time I took the train, I still don't know the train in my house.
You still be lost.
Bitch, I ended up back in the city. I almost lost it. I was so upset. So it definitely ain't that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess just decompressing. Like, I am someone that knows when to call it, go home and like call the party at night. I really
love. Is it a bath? Is it lighting?
Yeah, no, and I don't like my bathtub, so I don't take baths in there. And I wanted a bath so bad. Like, when I say today, I was like, damn, I really wish this hotel had a bath. I want a bath so bad. I think it's probably just, I do love to just come home and like put on mindless television, I guess, and light my candle. I feel like I need more. I don't think it has to be that.
What about working out? Does that, because I mean, you obviously get the benefits from the body, but it usually helps your mood.
I thought about that, but I'd be so tired. I think working out to me is a means to an end. It's like, I know I want to look like this. I will say I definitely, like, when I don't, I feel kind of like, ugh, like I should, I should have did this, especially, I joined my little Orange Theory. So, and I really enjoy it. And there's some episodes, there's some days that some days are really hard, but it's, I don't know. I feel like I would love something that is a little bit more intentful, that isn't just like an everyday occurrence or something that you're doing. But then some people, I guess, they'd be like, oh, I don't watch any shows, I don't have time. Or I'd be like, that's my Saturday morning. That's why every time somebody tells me that, and I guess, and people more so with kids, I'm like, okay, but then when they go to sleep or, you know, just...
Wait, people with kids say they don't watch
they
shows?
do not watch TV, yeah. So
they just like, be present with their kid? Like,
no,
I'm like,
but I don't think so, because, you know, obviously if they go to sleep, and I'm talking about like young children too, so you're not up at like 11. I don't know, like...
I watch the most TV I've ever watched in my entire life as a fucking parent.
As a mom,
like,
right.
I'm in the fucking house.
Right.
You know, I'm always in the house. So what the fuck else am I doing?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's incredible.
Like, I hear a lot of people recently, I feel like, always being like, oh, I don't have time to watch TV. And I'm like...
The only time I didn't watch TV was when I was in college. You could tell me what was going on in the world, but I was out. I was out.
I love it.
I was out. Shout out to Atlanta, child.
You know, I don't know. I'm gonna report back in like a few episodes or something to see if
I think you should be intentional about finding some little thing.
I mean, I think sometimes, like the other day, I like, because I don't work in an office anymore, I was just in the house and I was like, oh, it's so stuffy, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna take my calls like walking around.
Oh yeah,
Prospect Park. And so I took my little calls outside. You know, the birds was chirping, the sun was shining. I guess just little things like that, you know. I always feel like with hot yoga, it's going to mess up my hair.
Yeah, it is horrendous for your hair.
I mean, workouts, period, are going to mess up your hair. But that in particular, I'm like, damn, you just sweating from your scalp.
You literally just in a pool of sweat.
Yeah, like
it's disgusting.
Pool of sweat. Yeah. I just need to move, and then I need like a sauna.
But when you get some braids in your hair,
yeah, maybe that. And it is. I don't like. I will say that I don't like working out in heat, though. I don't like.
It's horrendous.
I feel like stifled or something, like a cloud.
But you know, I actually, let me not lie to y'all, because it's protecting my peace. But when I started doing it, I did it for my shoulder injury, because the injury that I had, I developed arthritis in my lower shoulder.
Oh God!
So I know I'm old, but they were like, it actually wasn't the injury. You just have like bad bones, like it's hereditary.
Okay.
Like, the fuck?
Not bad bones.
Like, yeah, whatever.
Slavery. I don't know how
slavery
it relates back to slavery.
Like, what you talking about? But then I think about my mom and all the issues she has with her back. It was like gradual, like shit. Okay. So, you know, we blame our moms for everything. But that was like helping take the tension, because I was having my arthritis was giving me stiff shoulders. So I can't afford to not work out. I can't afford to not do any activities. So, but that, because the heat makes it easier to stretch, helps me increase my mobility. Yeah. So it really started off like that. But then I was like, wow, this is actually helping me like be in a good mental space.
Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense, because I think even, you know, when you see, we were having this conversation at dinner last night just about like getting older. And, you know, I don't want to be like 60, let's say, okay, 60 kind of young. I'm 70, right? There are some 70, 80-year-olds that are still really active, kind of, and then there are some that are like completely bedridden. Yeah. And like, you know, moving. It really is like, working out is really a lifestyle. As much as I don't want to admit it, it really is. Like, it is the thing that is going to set, you know, obviously you do it because you're trying to unbake your back. Yeah. But like, it is gonna, you know, set you up for like, just for everything like in life. I feel like moving forward of okay, I'm active and I can move around. Or
like when I get pregnant, I want to get Just Add Hot Sauce's trainer, because she has like, I think she offered a service for when she started it when she was pregnant, like a specific like pregnant woman like workout routine.
Okay, because she's pregnant now, right?
She's pregnant now.
Yeah.
And I started following her. She already had a baby. This is her second baby. I've never met this lady in my life. I just started following her on Instagram. She's incredible. But I like love that, because I think I ran a little bit when I was pregnant, but then I just didn't. And I was like, I want to be intentional about being mobile, and I won't be able to.
And don't you say that
yoga
when you work out, you lose weight easier? I guess post baby.
Yes, you lose weight easier. It helps with your delivery. So many good things, but I feel like it's very easy to not want to work out because you're so exhausted. Yeah, like you making a whole ear. And shit. So you know. But I want to like be intentional about seeing what, you know, if I could just, even if it's one day a week, like that, how that would be impactful for me.
I was thinking that because there's a lady,
especially being older.
Yeah, there's a lady in my Orange Theory class that, no lie, she was probably she's probably 7 months or 8 maybe, like pregnant, and she obviously does very modified. Yeah, she does modified versions of it.
She be in a class?
Yes. And even the one when I took it in Maryland, there was a lady, and they were both kind of,
love it.
White women age a little older, so I don't know. They could have been 34, I don't know. But they did not look that young. You know, they didn't look like super young to be doing all of this either. And the one lady was working out like I was working out, but she had a way smaller belly. Like she was going in. The other lady, like I said, she was doing modified things because she was like a good 7-8 months pregnant. Wow. Like, so I was like, I'm gonna have to do that. Get on my little Peloton. Yeah. Cause you know my ass. I am. Fuck it. If I was like, I remember I have a friend. I feel like we joke like she ain't never lost that baby weight. Okay, like ever. And the baby's 16. So it's,
you
trash. Not even like 5, right? I would. To like gain all of that weight and never lose it. I'm also, to be completely honest, I am so scared of that. And as you get older, you know, it's so much harder to lose weight.
Weight is harder to lose. I wouldn't. You never know. Everybody's pregnancy body is different. Like, not saying you're gonna come out like Keke Palmer. That. She is 1 in a million would like that, but
I think people that are also a little smaller, that start off a little smaller, it's a little easier and like the weight gain looks good. But like, you know, I have the propensity to be on the bigger side, and I'm also a person.
You're shapely.
Always negative.
You're shapely.
Negative.
Breastfeeding is like the fastest, most efficient way to lose weight without doing anything. Like if you are able to do it, it truly like. It cinches you down.
Okay.
So, you know, that's one thing, should your body allow you. But I feel like having constant mobility would be helpful.
Just something.
You never know. Don't claim that on your life.
I know. That's why I said I was even talking to my financial advisor, and I'm having like a major tax issue. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I was just like, I'm going to be broke and I can't believe it. And I like, fuck this government. And, you know, he was like, why do you always go here? You know, he's like, listen, it happened. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Just let's be prepared for next year. So I'm like, well, I guess you're right. There isn't really anything I can do about it. He's like, well, why do you always go to the negative? He's like, I noticed that about you. I said, oh, anything. Relationship.
Not a therapist. Nigga, I'll pay you to do my financials.
Like, and I was like,
don't give me no free therapy.
I was like, I gotta work. Matter of fact, he sent me an article, and he meditates actually. He said, I again, what we were just talking about, intentionality with dating. Child, listen, the call is coming from inside the house. I'm gonna have to be intentional.
I mean, I feel like, you know, you should. I did a challenge. I think like a 2-week, some shit that Oprah, whatever. Like I did like a little 2-week challenge. Yeah. And that was kind of like the repetition that got me started in doing it. Okay. Because I feel like it is very difficult to just wake up one day and be like, all right, I'm just gonna start meditating. Yeah. There's nothing you have ever done in your 37 years of living. Yeah. Like, you're not gonna. What is it? What they say? 21 days to form a habit or break it or whatever. Like, so you haven't done the thing to make it be top of mind for you, you know. But when you're in a challenge, it kind of like
it forces you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I am gonna need something like that, because even I forgot I even had this little journal that my sister had given me. And I mean, I think she's probably on like her 2nd or 3rd book, but it's a daily like
gratitude journal.
Yeah, like prayer, and then there's the prayer, and then there's like a prompt question, and you fill out the question. Probably takes 5 minutes, right? It's not anything. It's literally the question. You are writing about the question, so there's you don't even have to think about what you're writing about necessarily. I'd have written in that thing. I must have started in 2021 because I dated each thing.
Okay.
And then the second one is like 2022, and then I think I did one last week. I did one this week. I was like,
God! You did one last week. You did one this week.
I need
positivity.
I need way more.
That's okay.
Whatever that.
Do it again. You can't get stuck in the rut.
True.
You can't. I meditated 2 times and then I stopped. Like, I don't So I miss days too,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay,
like
you did say that.
I miss days. I'm still trying to get to 100. I think she said she was on a streak of 127 or something like that.
She said that.
Fallon was on a streak of 100 and something. I was like, wow, I'm still trying to work my way up to that. But I don't beat myself down if I'm on day 45 and I miss a day and I lose it. I mean, I get mad about that, but it's okay.
It's hard.
It is.
Oh, it's so hard. I feel like I said the other day, last week, I guess you just got one foot in front of the other.
Yep.
Child. Look,
It's okay.
Yeah, it's so many things. It's like, I'm looking at a note that we had of just like general life hacks and a strategy for being productive. Why didn't nobody tell us that all this shit was this hard when we was younger? Like, literally, services you use every day. Like, no one told us that life was gonna be like this.
No.
Like,
but they was always mad. So I think, you know, like, our mamas was fucking mad. They was mad a lot. Like, when I think about my mom, I'm like, girl. But then I'm like, well, she had 5 motherfucking kids.
Yeah, she was.
Who wouldn't be mad?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my God. That's like that meme that's like, I understand now when my mother would come home, shut the door and turn off the lights and lay down. Like, like, are you okay? Like, no, I'm not.
I'm not.
But I do wish, like, I feel like this generation of women is so much more like active and vocal about I don't care if it's like marriage or motherhood or just navigating friendships, just life in general. I feel like that generation, it was probably also a little harder because we have social media to, I guess, to thank air quotes. But those conversations weren't being had.
No.
At all.
No. I feel like my kid is gonna be like, you told me too much.
Right. Like, oh no, you're being over prepared. Like, you could have had some cool. You could have, you know, looked and said, oh, you're 5. Like, I probably should wait until whatever. Like, she knows. I don't know if she asks me a question about anything, like I'm answering it, which I think is correct.
Right. I too think that is correct.
Yeah, I think that is right.
Like, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see when she's older how, you know, she has received my parenting.
But I think these children grow up like so much quicker than we do. You know, like these are children of the internet. So even if you're not going to answer that question, well, I can just go find the information. So I'd rather it come from, you know, where you can say this is what it is or not, because like, you know, you could obviously come home and your kid is pick up something from school, but you can literally, whatever it is that you are trying to find it.
You saying that made me think about something that I read on Twitter the other day. It was somebody posed a question and they were like, who did you, or I think they phrased it by saying, I noticed that most or a lot of white people that I know, they've had their first drink with like their parent. And a lot of black people I know, that wasn't really the case. But I'm curious to know if that was your experience. Like they just posed the question. And I saw like mixed reviews. I obviously did not have my first drink with my family because they were all really Christian, you know, so I had to like sneak and do it with my friends. But I thought about it and I was like, I'm not opposed. Like, I'm really not opposed to having, I don't know, the weed may be aggressive. Now, I don't want you to like hit your first joint with me, but
it's like, because I remember my cousin and my little cousin smoking together, but she knew he was like 14. She's like, what am I gonna do? Like, she's like, I'm smoking in the house. I was like, Lord have mercy upon my soul. Which is, and 14 is a little young. So I also think it's cultural, right? Because I, you know, like West Indians, it's gonna be a drink, and I also come from a drinking family. So it's like there was never a shortage of drinks. And then I think it does kind of, you're like, oh, let me try that. My mother would be like, here. And I remember thinking, my father used to drink, I still can taste it to this day, Remy Martin and Coke. And I thought it was the most disgusting beverage ever. And I was like, why would anyone ever want to drink this? And I remember trying like beer very young, hated it, still don't like it. You know, I do remember my mother making me like a little Malibu, which is like no alcohol, basically.
See,
but I think
I might have to
opening it up that it's not
drink beer now.
Exactly. You have a little sip. You don't even like it. Exactly. So stop asking. Like shit. Yep. Have a sip. Okay, well don't ask me anymore. Look, you know how like
right.
then they used to like rub a little like rum on the baby's gum and shit. Like
that is old school.
Exactly.
I think I actually did that at one point. Yeah.
For real? Oh my god! Like get your little ass drunk.
Yeah.
Like,
I wanted her to just stop crying. Like, please stop screaming. I feel like it did a little bit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not the babies are strong. I'm screaming. Like, no, I told you my first tattoo I will never forget. And I feel like she put like, and I got it done in the PJs in Baltimore. And I feel like that woman was like putting alcohol in that bottle. It was just such a ghetto-ass situation. Yeah, it was bad.
It was pressed for that tag.
It was and I think, see, look, that's one of them things. I feel like my mother would have just taken
if
me.
she would have just let you do it.
Because I was 16 and she's like, no, you can't get it done. And again, I was like, well, I really want it and I'm going to get it done. And girl, when I tell you hindsight, I hate that tattoo so much. I don't even notice it, to be honest. But like, if I could go back, I would never have gotten that damn. Them stars was... Girl, that was a damn explosion. There must be 4 stars on my foot, little ghetto ass. Like, the stars are so fat. I had to get it redone. He was like, I can't even really do anything with this. The lines were squiggly. I don't even know how I found this.
It's your mama's fault.
Exactly, it's her fault. And because I remember her being like, a tattoo. What the hell? What you want to get? And I think she saw the stars and was just like, well, you like pizza? You gonna get a tattoo of pizza on your back now? I was like, bro, what? This is not that.
Oh yes, same situation. My mother was livid when she found out I had a tattoo. I knew she would never take me, so that's why I didn't even bother asking.
Yeah, I don't think I asked either though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Always knew. I don't hate my tattoo. I hate where it is. I could do without it.
Yeah.
So, but it's interesting being like a person who has quite a bit of tattoos. Mm-hmm. My, Punch has tattoos. Jessie sees them. She's like, she writes on herself and be like, I got a tattoo. And I'm like, oh man.
Oh, there's a TikTok with that. It's a little boy, it's like a little boy, but his father is like
really?
covered. And he's like, oh, well, I wanted to do like you.
Yeah, like what can I say? Yeah. You know what I mean? So I would probably want her to just wait a little bit. Yeah, like, you might not even like this shit, but yeah.
Right. And I think it's that. I mean, like, I had a tongue ring, and Lord knows. I mean, my father flipped when he saw that, which I, too, if I was a parent, would flip.
Yeah.
And it was like, I wasn't even sucking dick. I thought it was cool.
Like, bitch, it mean you sucking dick.
Exactly. I was like, I just
me being too open as a parent.
Right. But I feel like he should have probably said that.
Yeah, he should have said that.
I'm not even doing that.
This is the message that it looks when boys look at your mouth, and girls too.
This is what they
Everybody
think.
gonna think you sucking
I mean, and as an adult, now I think that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, ew, pill.
I remember I had my coochie in college by a dude who had a tongue ring, and I was just like, yes. After the fact, I was like,
why, as a man,
basically,
did he have dangly earrings too?
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. No, he just had a tongue ring, and he went to my house, and that was like supposed to be the
thing. Did you feel any difference?
It was like cold, like at first. It was like a little cold, little mental thing, but it didn't make me. I didn't need it.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to think, did I ever even suck dick with a tongue ring in? Because I remember it ended up falling out by the time I got to college because I had it in high school. And I just literally never picked it back up and found the ball. Like, it was just a very lazy way of it happening.
Got it.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's like, listen, people be open with your kids.
Yeah, people be open with them.
Screaming. Well, this one is we're doing a little. This one was a little bite size, a little teaser.
Yes,
a little teaser as we get into next week. And the quote is: "It's okay to pace yourself, get a little rest, and speak of your struggles out loud. It's okay to prioritize your wellness." No lie, I literally just went on Breathe Urban, and that's the one that came up. I did not even search for that one. Y'all, if you've been listening
for me,
the intentionality. If you have been listening to our show for some time, y'all know that the quotes are picked at random, and they always go to the episode. So until next time, that's just a little app, little quick one, get out. Bye,
y'all.